Just when you thought the action and excitement of Battletoads couldn't get any better, we are presented with one last and final game with the Toads. A game that, may I add, features a difficulty without peer, along with incredible music and graphics. From the creators who brought you the first two Battletoads games, comes Battletoads in Battlemaniacs. Seriously? What a goofy name for a video game. Battlemaniacs? Why couldn't they just call it Battletoads 3? Or you know what? If they really wanted to cross the line, they should have just called it Don't Yourself. Just call it the final chapter, for goodness sakes. Anyway, in the opening, the Dark Queen returns as she said she would. And of course, she has backup, just like last time. And as you probably guessed, someone always has to get captured in the process. And if this is supposed to be a pig, really? Why does it look like a dragon for? Also, Zitz gets his clock cleaned again, which makes sense why I couldn't beat the second game with him. Oh well. So your objective is simple. Get through the game, rescue Zitz and the girl, all over again. Sounds just like the first game. The first level, if you know it well, is very easy. But if it's your first time playing, you just may have a difficult time, because the obstacles in this level will come at you like a surprise out of nowhere. Especially if you finish off an enemy and you can't stop yourself from moving after you've kicked him, which is delayed after you hit. And the controls freeze for a second after you use it, so make sure you're not around any cliffs when you're using big attacks like that. Also, when the Viking pigs use that jump attack, make sure you're out of the way or they will crush you. Like, literally. Just like that. When a 4-foot pig jumps down and smashes a 6-foot Battletoad as if he was a bug, something is very wrong. You see what I mean? Look at how much health I lost. I never thought I would see a little piggy make such a big toad look so puny and weak with ease. Very creative, Trade West. Very creative. But I'm sure it couldn't get any worse than that. Oh gosh, first level and I already died. First level! Man, I got a bad feeling about this. And of course, T-Bird offers his words of wisdom, like always. The first boss is pretty easy. Just hit him 2 to 3 shots per turn, run to the side, and repeat until the boss is defeated. And again, the Dark Queen says her piece and is ready to do whatever it takes to stop the Toads. And just look at her. She is, like, very, very good looking. In level 2, knowing how to punch a bee in the face is very important, along with avoiding spikes too. Thankfully in this game, they don't kill you with one hit, but they still do a great deal of damage to you, so be watchful. Also, watch out for the rat cannons. They don't do much damage, but at the same time, taking hits in this game is never a good thing. This level doesn't feature a boss, but it does require a lot of timing in dodging obstacles, and watching out for traps, such as this madness, which is the hardest part of this level unless you've practiced it. Then it gets easier. After that, you're given a bonus level to complete. You have to either collect 200 pins for a 1-up, or 400 pins for 2 1-ups. Also, this takes time to get down, but even if you die, you don't lose any lives or anything. If you don't get enough pins, it just adds to your score, so they kinda count for something. But if you think that's hard, you ain't seen nothing yet. Going into this level, I wasn't expecting much of a challenge. After remembering how easy the last bike level was in the second Battletoads game, I have to say, I was almost expecting this level to be a walkthrough as well. I was so confident, and I thought my focus was perfect, and I was so sure I wouldn't lose. So far, so good. I'm doing great. I haven't even died yet. I think I've got this. Because this level, you know, it's nothing. What the was that? Double blocks? Okay, that I wasn't expecting. I didn't expect that either. Now let's try this again. And focus. Come on. And look at this pattern. My gosh, I gotta be so precise in my jumping or I'm dead. Oh my gosh, this is too much. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, made it through. Nice. So far, so good. Triple blocks. My gosh. Well, let's go again, shall we? Yeah, in this level, you can't overjump or underjump anything. Otherwise, stuff like this will happen. Why did I do that? I have no idea. Man, I've died so many times already, my focus is officially off. I can't believe how hard this level is. And after you lose all your continues, guess what? You have to start from level 1 all over again and work your way back to where you were just at. And just leave it to the Dark Queen to add insult to injury. How nice. So after trying over and over and over again to beat this level, losing life after life, I realized that the only way to beat this level is to memorize the timing and not take your eyes off the screen for a second. Did you see how I managed to jump into that lake of green dodgeballs and jump out safely? The only way you can do it is by jumping at that exact moment right when you hit the white mark, and as soon as you reach the surface, jump again right away so you don't fall off. Oh, that was too close. I almost missed it that time. And now we have a blast from the past. And look at this. If this is not fast, I don't know what is. Finally. And check out this level. Remember this from the original game? Oh, the nostalgia. Man, this is so cool. I'm loving this. Great. And yet, just like the last stage, this stage requires lots of practice too. Ah, shut up, T-Bird. Let's just go to the level. This game officially has me confused. In the second level, spikes did damage if you touched them, but they couldn't kill you with one hit. Yet they can in this level? Something tells me that TradeWest did this on purpose. Either that, or they just had to make this level 100% nostalgia for all the fans of the first game who were frustrated by this crazy level. I made the jump. I kept... Oh, God. Are you serious? This is worse than the first game's snake level. Oh, look at that. I got it. Come on. Oh! I can't make that jump. Oh, man. What do I have to do? Jump, jump, and jump again. Finally! Man, like seriously. It's like each time I get through one of these obstacles, I'm just relieved because I'm at the next part. And what now? Let me see. Oh, man. That was another close call. This is a level where you pretty much need to maintain your timing just as before, trust your instincts, and take leaps of faith in order to get to the next part. And I have faith that I will beat this level. I have no continues left. I have to go all the way back to the beginning. So be it. But I'm not giving up. So as you can see, I'm back to where I was, and my lives are looking so much better. So I'm hoping I can get through this now. And it looks like I'm gonna do just that. Nice. This looks familiar too. The infamous ice level from the first game. More nostalgia, more crazy jumps. Yay. Fortunately, this area isn't impossible, but at the same time, it's not easy either. And that didn't even touch me! Look at this! Does it look like I'm even close to this thing? I jumped over it perfectly and still got hit! Is that supposed to make the game more challenging? No! It's annoying is what it is! If I die again, that's it! Gosh, and magically I didn't die that time. Nice. Very, very nice. Good riddance. Whoa! Haha, man. How many close calls have I had? Too many to count. Wonder what's next. You've got to be kidding me! First the bike level, the snake level, and this level. All levels we've all hated in the first Battletoads game. Get out of here, TradeWest, come on! But I did beat this version of the level in the first Battletoads game just fine, so I think I have a chance here. Haha, you're not gonna catch me, because I'm gonna outride you. Go, Pimple, go! Or go, Peter, go! That's what I call it. Oh my god! The Dark Queen is wicked. I am literally traumatized by what I've just seen. A Super NES game featuring 16-bit gore? Not even Doom had that. What game can you ever say, I just got sawed in half from my strudel to my brain? Can you imagine getting this far in the game and seeing this as a kid? How was TradeWest allowed to get away with this? What, did they say Battletoads don't have blood, just red stuff? That's pretty insane seeing it for the first time, because I'm pretty sure whoever played this in the past saw that, and in their minds was like, what the And I swear, for the life of me, I can't beat this level! I keep dying! Either I get cut in half or I miss some kind of jump. Yeah, that's right. You gotta do jumps, and you need to be ready to dodge obstacles too. So basically, you have to guess when to jump and guess when to duck, while you're riding and avoiding Mr. Saw Rat behind you. And I have a gut feeling I'm almost at the end. Alright, I think I jump. Ah! Alright, now jump again. Almost there. Ah! I hate this game! I hate it! only part of the game that's fair is in level 2, where if you punch bees certain times, you get a 1-up. So maybe if I punch enough bees out and get enough 1-ups, I think I might have a chance of beating this game. I'm mad and I'm pissed, but I'm not gonna quit. There is no way I'm gonna quit. I beat Battletoads 1 and 2, I'm beating this one too. Screw that. Also, someone wanna tell me how this is possible? Look at me. I'm standing on the spikes and I'm not even dead. How did this happen? Well, let me come clean and say, this is a glitch. I have no idea how I triggered it, but I did. Oops. Reset, start over, punch bees, try again. Man, that level took me so many tries to complete, it was just ridiculous. But I managed, somehow. So after you get through that, you have another bonus stage. Same method applies before, but instead of pins you get dominoes. But don't get the bad ones or you'll take damage. Here the enemies are trickier and they come at you in different patterns so they're harder to dodge. And me, personally, I've never passed this stage and really, it doesn't bother me. Because I've gathered enough 1-ups thanks to those bees I use as punching bags, and I feel I'm ready for the final confrontation. Revolution 3. And we are about to enter level 6. And I just noticed something. All the way up to this point, I've only fought against one single boss. That's it. So that means, if I complete this level, the second boss will be the last boss. 2 bosses in the Battletoads game? That's it? I know I'm probably insane for complaining, but in the first game there were a bunch of bosses. In the second game too. This one, oh no. Where have I seen this before? Rat Race, Battletoads 1. Frustrating level. Yep, this game was made for the hardcore fans who hated the first Battletoads game. I'm certain of it now. In the love-hate way, might I add. Wow, I can actually hit the rat? Nice. No matter what it takes, I'm going all the way. And that music, man, I got chills. And that background? Looks like Castlevania meets Battletoads for the first time ever. Okay, how's it I killed him but I still got hit? That's just weird. Also, something else? This game was also released in 1993, the same year that the second Battletoads game was put out. Seems like Trade West didn't want to waste any time making gamers' lives a little. But I have to admit, this level, I'm liking this. It reminds me of all the hours I spent trying to beat the original version of this level. And I was so relieved when I completed it, it was just a feeling I could not describe. I was just so happy and relieved that I did it. And this level here will be no exception. Even if I make a mistake, I'll still have a checkpoint where I was just at. And the more I get the timing down, the better my chances of passing this level and going right to the end. My goodness. If I keep this up, I just might have this level beat. And hopefully, I just might have this game beat as well. It's just a matter of time now. Ah, man. Minor setback. Take me to the checkpoint. This is not my checkpoint, is it? No, it's not. Unlike the original game, where every rat you defeat earns you a checkpoint, if you mess up at any part in this level or die, you're going all the way back to the beginning of the stage, no matter how good you did. So right now, as you can see, I decided to jump ahead. Luckily I didn't die in the first 2 parts, but it's the last part that's the hardest. And this time, I need to do it. I have to. I'm so close! I'm so close! I'm gonna do it! Rat spit! You're going down! Focus, 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 focus! Come on! I can do this! I will do this! Come on now! 3 times is the charm! Let's make it happen! I made it! Yes! Haha! Now we've reached the end game. And as crazy as this may sound, I think I'm starting to like this game again. I've come this far. Now, it's all or nothing. The question now is, just how hard will this battle be? Well, the final boss is basically the Dark Queen statue in color, and she fights you pretty much like Dracula would in the Castlevania game. Real creative. But from the way it looks, this is going to be kind of difficult, so this is it. Dark Queen, everything I said about you, I take it back. You're not cute, you're not pretty, and you're not good looking. You are wicked. And after this, you're going down forever, and I will never, ever, ever have to deal with you again. You're finished! So how do you beat this boss? The second and final boss of this game? Every time she appears, she'll attack right away, so do your best to get out of the way and attack as you go along. Unlike the previous games where you could attack her more than once, like say twice, 3 times in a row, you'll only be able to get off 1 shot on her per turn, unless you're lucky and manage to get off 2, which is very, very slim. But out of all the games, I will say this is her hardest form, because it's harder to dodge her attacks here. And with only 1 life left, I don't know, I've hit her so many times, and there's no life bar, and I don't even know if my attacks are even working, so... Oh gosh, what did I do? Did I get her? I got her! Yes! 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 I'm so happy! Finally! I'm done! I'm finally done! I think. So after finally overcoming the impossible and defeating the Dark Queen for the last time, she makes her final retreat and bids a permanent farewell at last. Now this is the part where you think the ending will start up at any moment. That is until something else arises. You have one more enemy to fight. Yep, and it's that same enemy that just so happens to be the partner of the Dark Queen that she was working with. He only appears until after the end of the game, in the form of a spaceship nevertheless. He only takes like a few hits to defeat, and he has no attack, so defeating him is easy, and it's optional too. Normally I was just going to let him fly, but I decided to fire away at it just for fun, just to see what kind of ending I would get. Wow, that is like so cool. So after that, you can finally enjoy a well-deserved ending, a worthwhile ending, and epic music in the background. I couldn't ask for anything better than that. The ending message tries to come off like a cliffhanger at first, but the more it scrolls along, it signifies the end of a good game series, and by far one of the most hardest game series in the Nintendo history, even harder than Ninja Gaiden and Castlevania put together. I can honestly say, this game has the best ending out of all the Battletoads games, hands down. But just wait a minute, what are we missing here? What was the objective at the beginning of the game? Rescue Zitz and the girl, right? Why aren't they mentioned? Do they stay captured? Why don't they talk about this? Their names aren't even mentioned in the ending! Now, there were other Battletoads games released as well, for the Game Boy and the Sega Game Gear, but to everyone's surprise, these wouldn't be the last Battletoads games, because in 1994, they released yet another Battletoads game, but sadly, it was only released in the arcades for some reason. And ironically enough, this game would also be known as Super Battletoads. But unlike the previous games, this would be nothing like the originals. Well, it would at some point, but it was very different. In fact, this was basically Battletoads on steroids. You had outrageously powerful attacks, hardcore music in the background, explosive sound effects, longer levels, a very hard difficulty like the others, and of course, a lot of blood, which is probably why the developers didn't want to release it on console in the first place. Which makes no sense, because we all saw that in Battletoads 3 had some 16-bit gore, surprisingly, so not wanting to release this game because of that makes no sense whatsoever. But just take a moment and just listen to the music of this game. Talk about taking it up a notch. It's like every new Battletoads game they make becomes bigger, badder, and better. And look who decides to show up. Oh my gosh. Wow. Just wow. What is this crap? Is this supposed to be the anorexic Battletoads? Sorry, I just had to say that. Anyway, with that aside, yeah. Lastly, there was one more Battletoads game that was under production, and that was supposed to be released for the Game Boy Advance, but never saw the light of day in its finished form. I'm not even sure if it was supposed to be a sequel or a remake. The game was still in the works, but the character design was completely different than what we were all used to. And because of that, Rare decided to scrap the project indefinitely and to leave the Battletoads games alone from that point. Why couldn't they just air out the flaws and just fix the problem? Wouldn't a new Battletoads game be fun? Absolutely. Although it's unlikely at this point, if they could make the first 3 games hard and fun at the same time, then surely they can make a Battletoads 5, re-release the 4th game, or make a Battletoads Rebirth in the future. Not so much in 3D, but in classic 2D the way it should be. But sadly, they just don't make games like this anymore. But hey, only time will tell. If they can make Contra Rebirth and all these other Rebirth games, then I don't see why there can't be a Battletoads Rebirth one day.